What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Thompson Twins. We're going back to the 1985 album, Here's to Future Days. And we're up to the track Tokyo, which is interesting. I've mentioned before how it seems like there's a number of tunes from the early to mid-80s, as well as maybe the late 70s as well, that reference Japan or Tokyo or something about Japanese culture. And indeed, the group Japan, which obviously got started in the 70s, that's the most overt reference. And right now I'm going through an album of theirs, Tin Drum, where has multiple East Asian references, both in terms of the titles and sonically. So I wonder here whether we might hear something that has some East Asian influence in terms of the sonic, specifically, Japanese music. But it could just be the setting for a narrative. It could be like a, cultural or conceptual reference to the city, the most populous city, I believe, on Earth. So ultimately, I'm not quite sure what to expect, but it certainly sets, a geographical and visual setting, and we'll have to see, what Thompson Twins does with it. Let's find out. This is Tokyo from the 1985 album Here's to Future Days.
Your embrace eases the pain that only Tokyo knows. Where were you when I was cold and all the world was out to get me? Tokyo, why can't I ever say no? Tokyo, Tokyo, why can't I ever say no? Tokyo, sense the chill, silent nights on my skin. Oh, feel the thrill as these four walls just cave in. Taste the rain, splashes down on my roof. Seek in vain, you will never know the real truth. Oh, this human heart is much too fast for good, but all for love and Tokyo. Why can't I ever say no? Tokyo, Tokyo. Why can't I ever say no? Tokyo.
It's a bit silly, cheeky, I won't lie. But can still hear these little percussive layers.
Where were you when I was cold and all the world was out to get me? Tokyo, why can't I ever say no? Tokyo, Tokyo, why can't I ever say no? Tokyo, Tokyo, why can't I ever say no? Tokyo,
Hyperventilation. Right down to the gong at the end. Like I said, it's a bit silly, but I do enjoy multiple layers in there, and when it's there were multiple aspects that do feel like they were based off, East Asian sounds or maybe Japanese music specifically, although it didn't sound like they were traditional instruments. It just sounded like a xylophone that was sort of like the, kind of woodblock percussion in some like traditional Japanese folk music. It sounded like the, not only the title, the Tokyo, and the deep voice, which that felt the silliest to me of everything, but the hi, that also felt a bit silly. So yeah, little bits and pieces that are like referencing, East Asian / Japanese musical forms, but it sounded like it was just, it was set in Tokyo. But I'm curious though, because at first I thought it was like, oh, he went all around the world, but then he was in Tokyo, but then it sounded like everyone, like the whole world was out to get him or was up against him. And so maybe it wasn't that he went to all these places, but like, where were you when the world was out to get me? It sounds like, almost accusatory. So, yeah, as far as I could tell, Tokyo was the backdrop, but not really like conceptually the essence of the lyrics. So, yeah, not sure what's happening. And again, whether it's, big in Japan or indeed some Japan tunes, or what the Vapors, the Turning Japanese, it's just really interesting to me how like early mid 80s, the cachet of Japanese like popular and at least as understood on a popular level, like historical culture seems to have been really like peaking in terms of international references and interests. So in any case, let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.